it doesn't make sense for a lot of women to go 50-50, and I'll use me as an example. I live in a studio apartment in Central Phoenix. I pay about $13.50 a month, and that includes utilities, taxes, rent, all that jazz. The only thing it doesn't include is electricity and Wi-Fi. If I find a guy I really fuck with and I really like, and we move in together, we would have to get at least a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Now you're like, why do you need a 2-bed, 2-bath? If you've ever lived with a man, if you had brothers, a dad, you know that you want your own bathroom. Plus, I have a lot of curly hair. I don't want no one rushing me in the bathroom when it's hair day. And also, I work from home, so I would need an office. Since I live in a studio and I live alone, it works for me now because I'm the only one here. But if I move in with somebody, I would need my own office. Now, a 2-bed, 2-bath is gonna range you from like $2,000 to $2,500. I think my friends that live in the 2-bed, 2-bath, they pay like $2,200, $2,300 right now. But we'll say for shits and gigs, $2,000. I don't know who's finding a 2-bed, 2-bath for $2,000, but for this scenario, we'll just say $2,000. Split that in half, that's $1,000 a piece. So that would save me about $350 a month. We're gonna put that aside, and I'm gonna tell you why that $350 is not even worth it. Let's move on to electricity. I pay no more than like $75, $80 a month for my electricity, and that's really only in the summer. In the winters, I pay like $30 a month for my electricity because, again, I live in a studio and I have to cool a smaller space, so it's less energy. If I move in with a 2-bed, 2-bath with a man, that's already having to cool and heat a bigger space, which is ultimately going to double my electricity bill. Like, I have friends that live in a 2-bed, 2-bath, and I live in Arizona. They pay like $300 a month for their electricity. So going off of that, split that in half, that's $150 a piece. That's already double than what I'm paying for my electricity at home in my studio. So that $300, $350 I was saving for rent, it's more like $200 now. Let's move on to Wi-Fi. I only have my phone and my work laptop that run 24/7 that I need for Wi-Fi. And then I have a Roomba and a projector, but they're not running 24/7, but they do go off of Wi-Fi. So I don't need the highest, fastest, most streaming, full Wi-Fi out there. I get the cheapest Wi-Fi, which is $50 a month. If I move in with somebody else, they're going to have their devices also. He might be a gamer too. He might need really good Wi-Fi. That's going to be well over $100. But for shits and gigs, let's just say it's $100. Split that in half, that's $50. I'm already paying that now, so I'm not saving any money in Wi-Fi. So in reality, I'm really only saving $200 a month. And there's a fucking man in my face every day. It's not worth it. The math doesn't math. Like, these men try to convince you that, like, oh, like, even if you go 50-50, like, you're going to be saving a bunch of money. But in reality, you're not. Because you have to ultimately move into a bigger space. And it's going to be more for electricity, more for Wi-Fi. And I still have to pay, like, my phone bill in my car. So in reality, it does not benefit me to move in with a man unless he's paying majority of the bills. And if you come to me and you're like, Zena, no, there's a way that I can save you like $600, $700 if you move in with me. If that's the case, then why wouldn't I just get a roommate if that was the case? Because with a roommate, it's like no strings attached. I'll have my own room. I can put like my office stuff and my desk in my room. I wouldn't feel obligated to hang out with my roommate. I wouldn't feel obligated to do anything because they're my roommate and there's no strings attached. So for me, personally, it does not financially or logically make sense for me to move in with a man and go 50-50. And that's why I never will.